So could anyone imagine that a person like me who actually makes motivational videos or is going through like a spiritual journey, and I've made videos on that, who always appears to be wise in her Instagram posts or when she's giving advice to her friends? Can you actually imagine me having suicidal thoughts? Hello everyone, this is Cal, your pal. So today I have decided to talk about this topic which is very important to talk about and discuss. That is suicide prevention. I know this video might get demonetized, but seriously, I am not going to stop making videos on topics which are important, whether it's about social awareness, any social causes, anything like that which is important to be spoken about. I'm not really gonna care whether YouTube finds anything offensive in that. Just the word suicide in my title of the video is gonna get this video demonetized, and they have done that, but I don't care, because this video I'm making mainly because I want to help and I want to make sure that anyone who's watching this video, if they need any kind of help, I hope that this video provides any little positive light in their lives, and of course I'm going to link in the description links of places you can call, get help, professional help. I'm gonna do that. So let's begin today's video. Let me start the video by telling you about my experiences. Yes, I might not look like someone who can be negative, because I like to portray this person who is strong, and of course I'm strong now, of course, but that has taken all these years of experiences in my life. The reason I'm so thick-skinned now, the reason I have become strong, or you can say that the whatever I am, it's because of my experiences and because I didn't give up. But that was not the case a few years ago, when of course this was not even during my acting struggle period. This was when I was just looking for jobs as an assistant director. Yes, it was between the second and third job. There was a lot of gap, and I was going for interviews, and things were just not working out. I was not getting selected. I was sent by my institute to a lot of good directors, and somehow it was just not happening. I don't know why it was not happening, whether they wanted someone experienced, whether they, a lot of places, the guys who were sent with me were chosen, and so many disappointments. And it is not an easy thing to face rejections, especially for a person like me. Yes, I did not have to think about paying the bills. I did not have to think about, what will happen about the monthly rent, or about food or traveling, anything like that, because I have lived with my parents, and yeah, we had our own house, so I did not really have to think about that. But of course we all have expenses, and we want to keep working, right? Because work is such a big part of our lives. I don't know, it just makes us kind of feel validated, good about ourselves, and we are busy doing something we love. Now imagine when you actually kind of rebel, you kind of want to prove that, I'm gonna do it. I'm going to go and get jobs at the best directors, and you have so many people to prove wrong, okay? Or maybe a few people. I've had like supportive people around me, so I'm not going to say that there are a lot of haters I had. No need of exaggeration, but forget about others. Just for yourself also, when you look in the mirror, you want to be like, yes, I am something, So yeah, this was what happened. So I was like getting so many rejections, and my parents were definitely supportive, but sometimes of course they also were like wondering what is happening. And it was just like I was also in that second relationship, and I had broken up with my first guy and things were not that great at home. Honestly, I used to just feel like running away from house because things were just not great at home, because my dad was suspecting me of dating this guy, and it was just, I was not in a happy place. So on one hand, I had my career, you know, I was not getting a job, so I was really depressed. And on the other hand, my personal life is not that great, and plus, you know, at home there was such kind of atmosphere. I used to not like being at home, and even if I was at home, I used to try to keep busy, okay? I used to be like reading, I used to write, I used to just keep reading books on, you know, whatever direction, and editing, everything. I used to just try to keep myself busy. I used to mostly be in the bedroom and try to avoid talking at home to anyone, and I used to definitely be happy when I was outside, or you know, I used to go for a walk or my workouts and stuff. I was the most happiest that time because it was not really a great atmosphere at home, and definitely there came a time when I had suicidal thoughts because I felt like a complete failure, and I felt like no one loves me, or why don't my parents understand, or why am I not getting this third job and whatever project, and you would just kind of feel like, you know, a loser, you know, when things are just not going anywhere. It was just terrible, to be honest. Definitely there were suicidal thoughts. I used to be so depressed that I used to hardly smile. I used to be totally in my thoughts. I used to have headaches. I used to not sleep at night a lot of times, and I used to be constantly thinking. So I think most of the time I used to be like this because, you know, that tension, you could see it. And whenever I woke up in the morning, I used to never feel fresh because I used to think so much at night, and even during the day you could just see it, you know, you could just see it that I was not happy. And I never sought help, okay? I never I don't remember if I shared too much with my friends also, like, you know, because I like to keep my relationships separate. So I may have told a couple of friends about it, but usually I don't like to share everything. Like, my relationship with my parents is different, with my whatever that time boyfriend is different, with my friends is different, so I usually like to keep it separate. The reason I survived was because I used to try and think positive, even in that whole, you know, I just came out of it, but because I used to try and stay positive as much as possible. But thank God that I did not take any step, you know, like further. But just, you know, I remember that phase. It was the most depressing phase of my life. I used to be so angry at everyone around me, at myself, at the universe, kind of, because things were not going anywhere, and I just felt like no one was understanding me. I understand that not everyone comes out of it, or I understand that not everyone is strong enough to kind of give themselves a pep talk, and I just kept telling myself that this phase is gonna be over, you know, like this time shall also pass, you know. I just kept telling myself, and I just tried to stay as much strong as possible. But I understand that not everyone is like that, and especially in a country like ours, you know, I want more people to talk about mental health and bring awareness to this topic, which is not really happening that much. So through my video, I just want to appeal to everyone. If you are going through such thoughts, if you feel that a friend around or someone in your family, you know, is going through such thoughts, or he or she just looks like they're not happy with their lives, there is something that they have to talk about, please go and just give them a hug and hold their hand and just talk about it, you know. Make them speak up, because I'm sure that they will break down and they will talk about it. You never know that your friend or your daughter or your girlfriend or anyone might just be waiting for you to actually notice him or her, and may just want someone to just listen to, you know, what they are going through. I mean, you never know, they might not be telling you because they feel that they don't want to burden you with their thoughts, or they might feel that you might not understand them. And somehow mental health or, you know, such thoughts are actually looked down. You know, you're not like really happy about it. You know, they might feel sort of ashamed of it. Like, I am not sure if I did that whole episode, I don't know if I felt ashamed of it or, you know, but I think I had sympathy for myself. That much I remember. But you never know, you know, what people might be going through, and I just want you to go and talk to them, make them speak up, just give them a hug. And please don't be all, how should I say this, you know, don't try to preach. You know, the last you want in such situation is for people to try and be all, you know, macho, or be all, how should I say this? Yes, you want to show that you are positive. You want them to start thinking positively, but it's not going to happen immediately, you know. For people to come out of that, of course, it'll take time, you know. In some cases, definitely it might need professional help, and I think you should convince them to get professional help. But first thing, if you notice, is to try and comfort them, talk to them, and listen to them. You know, most of the time you don't want people to put them down, you know, in that situation, or I don't know, try to give gyan and stuff. You know, you don't want that. Like, probably the reason why I did not share my thoughts with anyone was because I didn't want people to give me gyan. Okay, and yeah, and there may have been in the past when I have felt that some people are acting too smart, and I'm not saying that they are bad people, but not everyone is good at comforting people or giving advice, and I totally understand that. But I think the reason why I did not want to share, because I think my biggest fear in life has not been like about death and stuff like that, but it has been like not being successful. And my career is like my passion, you know. It's like, it's not about even proving others, it was about proving myself. So even though it was like very early, you know, in my career, but I felt like a total failure, and that is not a good feeling, you know. So I think that was the reason I did not share with anyone, because I did not want to kind of burden them with my thoughts. So yeah, so if you have to like look for signs, see whether a person, you know, if you feel that a person seems depressed, then just look for signs. Like, first, I think the first thing is definitely they will think about it, you know. They might even write about it, so in a diary, on a piece of paper, expressing through poems and stuff. I don't know, I have written in the past, so I'm just saying it might be possible. So just look for those signs. Then someone talking really negative stuff, like they feel that they are worthless, you know, they feel like they're just such a failure and there is no purpose of this life. If you see someone talking about this a lot, like, this might be a sign too. Substance abuse, someone drinking too much, you know. Of course, they might just have an alcohol addiction or whatever addiction, but usually there might be some, you know, underlying reason for that. So make sure that you're being a good friend, and you know, make sure that you know what is going on. Someone being too moody, if you feel like people, you know, they're just snapping at you without any reason, or at one point they are like, they seem fine and then suddenly they're just constantly, you know, showing different moods, look for that sign as well. Social withdrawal from family and friends. If you are a person like me, you might do that, you know, from time to time. Like, I'm an introvert and I can just go on in life without constantly talking to people, even who are close to me. Like, you know, that's just my nature. So, but a lot of them might not be like that, you know. They might need people around them, but just because they are feeling depressed and suicidal, they might actually start withdrawing. They might spend more time in their room. So if you feel that they were not like that before, they're very, you know, they are this chirpy kind of person, they like being around people, and now they are just being like aloof, that might be one sign. Someone who's angry all the time and you know, just says these angry things, and everything, you know, they start looking at things very angrily, you can say, you know, like something like that. Like, everything around them just makes them angry. Definitely there is some underlying emotions going on in their mind, and you know, you have to find that out. Someone talking about self-harming, you know, even if they casually talk about it, please take it seriously. I mean, you never know, they might be actually thinking about it. So these are some signs you should look for. Now, of course, like I have said, how to go about it, you know, how to try and help people around you. And if you are someone who is going through any suicidal thoughts, then I hope that you please speak to your parents, anyone you feel confident sharing your thoughts, you know, your friends, your siblings, cousins, your teachers. Please go and talk to them. Or of course, you know, I'm going to link some organizations you can actually seek help from there. You know, you can seek professional help, counseling, getting help for, you know, determining why you're having such thoughts. You never know, you might need some, you know, psychiatric treatment, or that only your professional can help. So I cannot talk too much in detail about this, but I just wanted to make this video to share my story, and of course to, like, you know, appeal to anyone. If you are going through anything like that, then please seek help, please talk about it. You might feel like right now no one cares about you, or you might feel like no one understands you, or things are not good right now, but things will get better. Trust me, it will. This difficult time will pass, and no, you don't have to feel ashamed of having such thoughts. No, you don't have to feel like, you know, your parents might not understand you, or there is no purpose in life. No, everyone has a purpose. You are special. Everyone is special, and you are born with a purpose, and there will always be difficult times, but please don't give up. Things will definitely get better, and talking about this will not make you any less of a person. I know that you're hurting. I know that you may not want to burden other people with your thoughts, or you might feel like no one understands you. Whatever you're feeling, whatever you're hurting, I'm telling you, it will get better. And of course, if you need to seek help, please don't hesitate. Please call the number I've mentioned below. I understand that you feel that suicide is the only way to escape this suffering. You may have feelings of hopelessness. You might feel like isolating yourself from everything and everyone around. But no, please, there is definitely an alternative. There is definitely a way for you to seek help. Please don't be ashamed of anything. Please talk about this and just seek help. You know, please call the numbers. That's all I can request. Anyone who's feeling depressed, please don't call really mean names to someone who needs help, you know, like calling them crazy or you're a psycho. No. So that's it, guys. Like, this was such a difficult video for me to make, you know, to write. I didn't know how to start. I didn't know how to end what more can I say? I just hope that my video helps at least one person. I hope it makes sense, you know, because it's like kind of all over the place. I'm not going to like ask people to like, but if you have to comment, you know, please comment anything, you know. Yes, but please, you can share it with any friends you feel, you know, they might need help. Like, please share my video. And of course, not just about this video, but please subscribe, like, if you like watching my videos. And in order to like support me, I think you should subscribe. If you want to check out my last video, it's somewhere here. Until next time, it's bye bye from me. Take care.